Wednesday, August 5th. Leaving Callahan's Lodge, just had breakfast. Time is it about? Just about before 11. Got out this way, road walk quite a ways back up to the trail. So yeah, breakfast was good. Didn't get the same taxi driver I got before. Cost me quite a bit more. It's like amazing. There was a flat rate for the other, and couldn't get a hold of that one this morning, so I called a different one. And it was a charge by the minute type rate. And there's construction going on, getting off the on-ramp here. So it did cost almost double. So, but whatever, it evens out. It was cheap before. So yeah, anyway, up here, and then I got a road walk a ways back up the trail. Luckily it's not too hot yet. There's a little bit of a breeze. Breakfast was really good. Once again, it's like all these lodges and fancy places, like they always add something a little different to it to make it worth the price or whatever. So they had hash browns. You're thinking, how do you screw up eggs and hash browns? They had eggs, hash browns. Hash browns got like a ton of onions mixed in, which some people probably would like, but I just don't. It's like, just give me plain food. Why does everything have to be like the burger yesterday? It has some fancy sweet relish type whatever that was like, oh, awful. So anyway, back to where I was yesterday. More poor construction workers. Yeah. So no set plans on how far today. Just gonna see how I do. The legs actually feel nice, stretching it out and moving. Bed was amazing last night. Showered in the morning. Yeah, it was all good. So day 3, here we go. Okay, a couple miles in for the day. Short-ish road walk. It's a little brutal. It's like a pick your poison. Either walk on the road, which is hot and flat and hurts your feet. Uh-oh. I'm assuming this way. Or walk on the gravel on the side, which is much nicer on your feet, but it is all slanted. So that eventually hurts the side of your feet. So anyway, off the road, back on normal trail. Pretty easy going, but it's definitely, since I started, the thickest area with growth on the trail. And of course, being down this low, I don't know if I should be, but I'm a little worried about poison oak. And as it gets hotter, you get to these flat sections where the trail is exposed, snakes, because it stuff seems like right here. Every video I've ever seen of rattlesnakes in Oregon on the PCT is always in a grassy section like that. So, very much aware and probably unreasonably amount fearful and keeping an eye out for that, but as I keep going and don't see either, at least to the best of my knowledge, I'll probably get more relaxed about it. But thank goodness for tree cover. It's super cool. Yeah, on we go. Okay, so this is for my son, Atlas. He loves these giant wishes, and I wish you could be with me here today, bud. Stubborn. There we go. That's for you, buddy. I miss you and I love you. Okay, kind of came to this open spot. First real wide opening area since leaving the road. And up here ahead, I don't know, I can just behind the trees here. Let's see if we can see. Should be. First real, a little windy. Feels so good. First real I think we head right towards it, and then actually the PCT and the trail up to Pilot Rock join for a little bit, and then separate, and that goes on up. PCT heads north. There it is. Feels nice up here. A lot more breezy. So it's so crazy to think. Yesterday, I don't know if you can see it. Let me try to zoom in. Top of that hill, I just barely see it. There's a little white dot. One of those satellite dish tower, weather station, whatever things. I was like, not like up that hill, but on the trail on the side of that hill, like, early yesterday morning, late the night before, and in however many miles, 10, 15, 16 miles or so, that far away, and to think all on foot I did that. It's pretty crazy to be able to see the distance. Now we're getting a little closer and hotter, or higher up, but definitely more exposed. Just took a break, took the shoes off, took the pack off, let all the air out and rest in the shade. That was nice. That's one of the hard parts out here, is like multiple breaks is super good, but finding a spot where you can sit comfortably without something jabbing into you, crawling all over you. So as much as the break is nice, it's not like a restful lounge chair type break. It's like ants crawling all over, rocks in your back type break. But it's off the feet, and it's out of the sun. And surprisingly, I recover pretty quickly. I don't need a long break. Give me 5 minutes with a cool breeze, catch my breath, good to go again. Just a couple minutes of stiffness when I get up, until I start getting moving. My feet feel really hot. But as soon as you get going, that goes away. You ever get the feeling there's a really big view coming up? Because I got it. Let's see. Oh, on the other side of Pilot Rock. I feel like it should be Shasta straight ahead, under that biggest cloud there, straight above. You can't quite see it. I don't know. I know there's been some wildfires in California. I don't know if anything's this far, or smoke from it would be this far, but I see a lake down there. Yeah. Quite a little view that I'm sure the camera will not do justice. So I forgot to mention yesterday in my haste to get down to Callahan's when I was doing that 10 miles early in the morning. I don't know for sure if either a hummingbird or you're probably not all familiar with it. I know it's kind of an ongoing joke in our family. My wife is very familiar with the hummingbird hawk moth, which my wife hates moths, but it's like this gigantic moth that when it flies, it kind of tucks its tail underneath, so it kind of looks like a hummingbird, and it kind of does that stop and, mid-flight and zip around kind of directional thing. So anyway, I was on this trail yesterday morning. I must have startled whatever it is, and it just didn't see me. Flew straight down the trail, boom, hit me right in the chest. So I don't know. It kind of fell forward, not completely to the ground, kind of adjusted flight and took off. So I didn't get a long look. It had like an orange tinge to it. So that would lead me to believe more moth. And also, I don't know, hummingbirds have that beak, like it ran into you. Would you feel that? Or no, I have no idea. So, one of the two, but boom, right into me, which is crazy because you see all kinds of birds and whatever flying up as you walk down the trail. You might have the occasional bug land in your face or on you or whatever, but a bird or a moth of that size, just boom, straight into you, that's crazy. So, another crazy story from the trail. So I've been thinking that some of the clouds look a little ominous, like that. So I was just checking the weather report, and it said 30 to 40% chance of thunderstorms and rain at Nashland at 7 o'clock. So it's like 6:30 right now, and I'm 1.1 miles from the campsite I was going to get for the night, so we are in the hustle mode. About an hour ago, I thought I heard 3 big thunder booms, but we were near a water spigot supposedly. When I got there, it was just a little pipe out of the ground, but so I was thinking, well, maybe if there's a water spigot, there's a parking lot, maybe it was just like a truck or something. But after seeing those clouds, I don't think it was a truck. So I am as much energy as I have left. I think that'll make it like 15 miles, 16, 17, somewhere in that range for the day, which it's not as much as I would like, because I'd like to get to possibly Crater Lake by the weekend. But considering breakfast this morning, and it took forever at Callahan's, I ate, and then they didn't bring me my bill for like another 25 minutes or so. So I didn't get out of there until like, I think I said 11, something like that, 10 or 11. So a late start. I took one little break. Well, I've taken a bunch of little breaks. I took one break. I actually took the pack off and lay down and tried to nap. Like I talked about earlier, trying to find a comfortable spot to nap. They're impossible, but I think I might have got 10 minutes or so. But any time with the pack off is nice, besides the getting back up. I'm thinking about, like, looking it up tonight, like, how long when you start hiking, like serious distance like this, until the stiffness goes away every time you sit down or in the morning. Or is that just you're just gonna have that forever, or is it enough miles and it goes away? And if so, is it more miles than it is Oregon? So pretty much the whole time I'm in Oregon, am I gonna be feeling that every time I sit down and then try to get back up? So anyway, less talking, more hurrying. I thought about doing a what do you call it, time lapse of setting up my tent tonight, but not if there's rain or thunder or lightning or any of that, or hail, which I've heard happens when you're this high up. So I will, if it does do any of that, record it from the safety of inside my tent. Okay, to camp. Okay, no need to fear. Made it before any rain or thunder or any of that. My tent is, kind of see it right up there. But check this view out. Boom. Doing funny things with the, there we go. Let's see if I can. There. Pretty sweet. So I haven't looked at the official mileage. I think it's 15, 16, something like that. I'll say tomorrow if I don't get a chance to check and tell you tonight, but I think it's 15, 16. My hope is that I feel good in the morning for a nice early start and possibly a 20 plus tomorrow. But who knows? I don't want to push anything too crazy. If it becomes to look like getting to Crater Lake by Sunday is just not a possibility, then better to wave the white flag on that. If it looks doable, then of course I want to keep trying that, but we'll just see how I feel tomorrow. Surprisingly, I mean, I did have half a day off rest, or almost a full day between half of yesterday and this morning, but it felt good. I mean, right now my feet are on fire. I can't wait to get my shoes off. But some of that's rushing the last couple miles and then rushing to set up the tent just in case. So I'm sure once I settle in, inspect the damage. I put Leuco tape on all my blisters. I think there's like 3 of them. Well, 2 and then kind of maybe 1. Any spot that felt tender, I just put it on. Most of them feel fine. There's one on the pinky toe that I can still feel. So I don't know if I just didn't do a good enough job of taping it or it didn't really help. So I'm going to take all that off tonight and try to scrub them down the best I can and then put fresh stuff on in the morning. So that is the plan. I'm having some, oh, you can't see because it's dark. Skippy peanut butter. These are so good. And wishing, kicking myself, I bought this giant Dr. Pepper and I was going back and forth whether I should bring it or leave it at the hotel or trash it. Because it didn't make sense to carry it out here once I'd finished drinking it. Then I got another bottle to carry and nowhere to throw it away. So, and it could be several days until a garbage can, and it's just one more bottle to carry, and I already have 2. So, and plus really, soda is not, you're supposed to be drinking water, not soda, but I just crave it like crazy, and I drank a ton of it to the point that I was like, didn't want it anymore. So I didn't finish it, and I went back and forth debating on taking it and never decided, and then got on the trail this morning, and I left it in the fridge in the hotel room. So probably for the best, but right now, oh my gosh, I would just about die. Or Dr. Pepper or Coke or freaking Sprite or anything. I don't know what it is about. I don't know if it's the heat or the hiking or the work or whatever, but nothing, nothing quenches the thirst or whatever you want to call it, or the craving like soda when I'm hiking. I have no idea why. But so maybe the next, I don't know, Crater Lake or something, maybe I'll bring something with me, at least for the first day. I mean, it makes no sense to carry something to actually drink as hydration, but it would be nice on times like this. Okie doke. If I don't film tonight, which unless we get thunder or lightning, I probably won't, then this is it. Good night, everyone, and I will see you hopefully relatively early in the morning.